A year in detention, a year without trial, a year of uncertainty. American journalist Evan Gershkovich marks his first year in Russian custody, held on espionage charges in Moscow's Lefortovo prison. His story is not just about an individual, but about freedom of speech, the power of journalism, and international political dynamics. Evan Gershkovich, a reporter for the Wall Street Journal, has become the center of a global outcry. The allegations of espionage against him, strongly denied by Gershkovich, his employer, and the United States government, have been met with widespread concern and calls for his immediate release from various media organizations, including the New York Times and the National Press Club. Despite the grim circumstances, Gershkovich's spirit remains unbroken. In a letter to his family, he even managed to poke fun at his mother's cooking, saying it prepared him for Russian prison food. It's this spirit that has garnered him support from around the world, sparking an online #FreeIvan campaign. However, the situation is far from simple. Gershkovich's arrest comes amid the war in Ukraine, adding another layer of complexity to an already tense relationship between Moscow and the West. His case echoes past incidents involving American citizens detained in Russia on espionage charges, raising questions about the motives behind his detention and the potential for a diplomatic deal. Efforts for Gershkovich's release before a trial begins are ongoing. U.S. officials, congressional leaders, and his employer, the Wall Street Journal, are all working tirelessly to secure his freedom. The U.S. State Department has expressed deep concern over the detention, condemning Russia's actions and emphasizing support for journalists and civil society voices. But the clock is ticking. With his detention extended until the end of June, the urgency of the situation is palpable. If convicted, Gershkovich could face up to 20 years in prison, a prospect that has only fueled the determination of his supporters and the international community to secure his release. Gershkovich's family, friends, and colleagues continue to advocate for his return, emphasizing his passion for journalism and the need for his freedom. They, along with the rest of the world, anxiously await the resolution of a case that has become a symbol of the fight for press freedom and the tension between nations. As we mark the end of a year of Gershkovich's detention, the struggle for his release continues. This is not just about one man, but about upholding the principles of freedom of speech and the role of journalism in society. The world is watching, hoping for a swift resolution and his safe return.